but let's first start with the awards that have taken place. Luke, there were some big ones given out. Let's start first with the pitching. Cy Young, we talked about it. Mr. Kyle Freeland, 4th place. That's not bad. Not a medal, but he's close.
No, he's close. He's not going to make it into the top 3 list, so people might not know how high he was, but he was right there, right on the edge. 4th, he had a ERA in the 280s, lowest ERA other than Marvin Freeman, who didn't pitch a full season in Rockies history. He had great season, so a lot to look forward to from him.
And Ben, we talked about it, of course, with Kyle Freeland. He was your consummate ace. When coming into the year, we thought it was going to be John Gray, and what a mistake that was. I mean, John Gray ended up having a horrific season, and I mean, being sent down to the AAA, coming back up. He pitched well in a couple of performances, but wouldn't be surprised if John Gray isn't back next year. Talk about the impact, Ben, of Kyle Freeland and what he meant to this organization this year.
Well, honestly, this season he reminded me of Ubaldo Jimenez in 2010, but kind of the opposite. Ubaldo Jimenez started off as an ace and pitched fantastically. Kyle Freeland, he still pitched really well. I think during the first half of the season, he had an ERA in the mid to high 3s. But just towards the end of the season, he really locked in, settled down that ERA, especially at home where it was in the 190s, pitching at Coors Field, which is just insane. And I think it meant a lot because the Rockies haven't had a starting pitcher like that in a long time that has just been that consistent for that long of a time and actually pitching well with that consistency. They've had bad consistency, but
they have been consistently bad, and that's a 4th place finish for Kyle Freeland. Chris, this is something you can grow upon. This is something you can start to take. Got to be a confident move going into next season for Kyle Freeland.
No, exactly. Hopefully he can kind of ride that momentum. And it's not just Kyle Freeland though. They have a few young pitchers that really look to be promising, with German Marquez and even John Gray. He didn't pitch well last year, but
he had a lot of strikeouts.
You hope that potential's still there.
And if he can get it correct in his head, because we know that physically he can do it, but if he can get it straight in his mind, I like John Gray.